Well, hello and welcome.
Hello there.
Today we're going to look into the world of what's going on with Mark Brooks and Ethan Van Sciver, both comic book professionals in their own rights. Well, this comes from, I believe it's John Mullen, which is another comic book professional. John Mullen puts out there on Twitter, Mark Brooks is putting fellow comic book creators, himself, Ethan, Gabe, and Shane, into an awkward position that should we attend a convention, happen to see Mark, that we should treat him as a very real and immediate threat to our safety and the guests around us. He needs help. This is 100% accurate. This is a video that has been going around. It's not getting a ton of reaction right now, but this was sent to me yesterday, and I was like, I gotta put this out there to show you guys what's going on here. The image above me is one of Mark Brooks's comic books where everyone's given a thumbs down for the Judgment Day, and oh my God, these types of threats from a comic book convention is unacceptable. This is the type of thing that normally a normal person wouldn't do. This is the type of thing of a deranged psychopath that puts it out there and must be addressed appropriately, because I gotta say, I've never seen anything like this from a professional comic book maker. I've seen them spew political things and get all heat and bothered about it, but this is something else. The other person that is speaking in this clip is Ethan Van Sciver.
I'm Ethan Van Sciver. I'm one of the biggest comic book artists in the world.
He is the maker of Cyberfrog and a very good Green Lantern comic book artist with the green core, yellow core, all that stuff. And he's always under fire because he put out a comic book that was a take in the Green Lantern Corps, which is the Yellow Lantern. It's a take on what happened in World War II in the Green Lantern series with a modern day twist. It was a very interesting version of it, but to this day, because that book got published, they blame Van Sciver for putting out that book, even though it was a comic book that was requested, and there's a lot behind this. And Ethan Van Sciver is just a nonsense, take no nonsense person when it comes to comic books, and when he's dealing with weirdos and crazies online. So this came from DC New 53. I don't know who they are, but I'm DC New 53 to me would be a comic book follower. Ladies and gentlemen, at Marvel, Mark Brooks, hashtag Mark Brooks, hashtag New York Comic Con, hashtag Marvel, and at New York Comic Con, you have Mark.
I'm not dating you guys anymore.
So other people were bothering you, and you believed it was me. Mark, was it somebody with frog in their name? Was it like Froggo or like Frogman or something? And you believe that was me? Like I would hide under a name like Frog?
Gabe, Shane, John, if you want to come see me in person, come see me. I'm going to assume if you're standing in front of me that I'm going to take all this weight I've gained.
That is an unacceptable statement from a comic book professional. 100% unacceptable. This is a threat to life and limb if they ever show up in front of them and they happen to be at the same comic book festival. This is absolutely unacceptable.
So other than that, stay the fuck away from me.
You can hear Ethan Van Sciver laughing his ass off of this because this type of threat against him, we see this every day on Twitter. We see this all the time against a lot of professionals on Twitter. There's threats thrown around all the time. It's unbelievable, but this is another comic book professional that absolutely has a detest for Ethan Van Sciver. That's fine, but when you start uttering threats and then giving a means to the threat, it's a very capable threat and needs to be addressed.
Are you going to be in New York Comic Con in 3 days? Are you going to be in New York Comic Con in 3 days?
No, I'm not going to New York Comic Con.
Oh, why don't you get a ticket? Come see me.
He's telling him to come see him. He is inviting him to come see him. So at this point, it is come see me so I can beat the living crap out of you. I can tell you right now, Ethan Van Sciver would drop this guy like a sack of nails. I would never want to mess with Ethan Van Sciver. The guy seems to be legit. He would take me out personally. I am a small statured person. He would take me out, and I would never want to mess with him. Mark Brooks here, though? My God. Dude, you gotta calm down.
You want to fight me at New York City Comic Con?
I'll fight you wherever you want. You coward.
Mark, you want to fight me at New York City Comic Con? Is that what you're saying?
Come on, coward.
You pussy. You insult my fucking 6-year-old autistic daughter. You run from gay belt.
I about your daughter. I talked about you,
about how there's violence and it's unsafe at convention.
Anyway, this is unbelievable. When I was showing this last night, I had to sit there and I was beside myself going, are you kidding me? This is the state of comic books right now. They are such in desperate tone that they need to create their own stuff, but then when their own stuff gets thrown back at them because their ideas the marketplace does not enjoy their ideas, they get very upset, very belligerent, and they go after other comic book creators. I don't know the full details here. It looks like it's a situation where Ethan Van Sciver was able to call into Mark. I'm guessing this is from Twitch. Or this was a call that was straight up. But this is absolutely insanity. Telling someone to come see you at a comic book professional, comic book Comic-Con, just to try and beat the crap out of them. The police should be looking at this point, because this is the type of threat that is not acceptable in this idea. You're supposed to be tolerable. You're supposed to accept everyone there. And if you don't like someone, that doesn't mean you invite them there for a fight. You want to get a fight, get a ring. Find a ring. Don't do it at a comic book situation or a comic book festival. Go rent yourself a ring, go down to the local gym and hash it out. Ethan Van Sciver is just like, what are you trying to say here? Trying to get him to actually say exactly what he means. But the point has come across 100%. And I got to say, Ethan Van Sciver, don't give these guys time of day, because this is absolutely ridiculous at this point. You already deal with the law enough of these weirdos online. I think it's time to sit there and let them just sit there and vent in their corner, because that's where they belong right now. They belong in a timeout in the corner because they're acting like children. I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cinder Shadow. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all next time.